Okay. Hi, the Educator Effectiveness Committee is called to order. May I please have a roll call?
Okay, Dr. Beebe?
Present.
Dr. Beebe is present. Dr. Bofi?
Here.
Dr. Bofi is present. Ms. Bradford?
Here.
Ms. Bradford is present. Mr. Garvey?
Here.
Mr. Garvey is present. Mr. Gio?
Present.
Mr. Gio is present. Ms. Harris? Ms. Harris is not present. Ms. Hill? Ms. Hill is not present. Dr. Moranti?
Present.
Dr. Moranti is present. Ms. Orange Jones?
Present.
Ms. Orange Jones is present. Mr. Romer? Mr. Romer is not present. Ms. Smith?
Here.
Ms. Smith is present. Ms. Jackson?
Here.
Ms. Jackson is present. You have a quorum.
Okay, wonderful. First item.
Your consent agenda is ready for approval, adding item 4.1.
Great. Can I please have a motion?
So move.
Motion by Ms. Bradford, second by Dr. Bofi. Any objections? Okay, motion passes. Next item.
Next item is on page 2, item 3.1, consideration of the mild moderate special education add-on endorsement program submitted by the LRCE. The department recommendation is to approve. I move.
Okay, there's a motion by Ms. Bradford, second by Dr. Beebe. Is there any discussion? Okay, there are 3 public comment cards. We're going to go ahead and start. Mary E. Wilson, Ara Smith. Right there is great. Good afternoon.
I'm Mary Wilson-Arrowsmith. I work in the West Baton Rouge Parish School System.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm Mary Wilson-Arrowsmith. I work in the West Baton Rouge Parish School System. I'm here on behalf of the Louisiana Resource Center for Educators, where I work as an adjunct faculty member and also as a parent of a child with autism. I've been asked to come and talk to you guys today about, ladies and gentlemen, about the consideration of mild moderate add-on certification endorsements through the Louisiana Resource Center for Educators, because at this time we as parents feel that it's really important that we put the most highly prepared and qualified educators in front of our students as possible. And we know that at this time in our school district alone, we serve over 3,975 students as of this morning, and over 11% of those students are students with disabilities. Right now, we are currently experiencing some shortages, and we have several openings in terms of educators who need to be placed with students with disabilities. And we have lots of students who require specialized care and educational programming that will allow their needs to be met. Right now, we are looking at a shortage of several teachers, and I think part of the reason for that is because we are looking for alternate means of certifying those teachers. We have over 16 special educators right now who are currently seeking alternate means of certification or adding on certification for mild or moderate certification for students with disabilities. So I hope that the committee will consider allowing the Louisiana Resource Center for Educators to become a provider for that alternate certification or that add-on certification today. Any other questions?
Superintendent.
Mary, I just want to take the time and thank you for all the work you've done also on another initiative, our Jumpstart program, where you've been a real leader on the regional team. I've heard of the work that you've done, especially on career readiness courses, and I wanted to thank you for everything you and West Baton Rouge have done. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good afternoon.
Okay. Ms. Stephanie Tate.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Stephanie Tate, and I serve as in a dual capacity position for LRCE. I am an adjunct at LRCE for the Special Education Institute, and I have been since 2013. And I also serve as a practitioner advisor, in which I am assigned a practitioner, and I conduct a minimum of 5 observations per year on that practitioner while that person is employed. My background is in special education. I began teaching in the late 70s. I spent 20 years in the classroom as a special educator. I went through the whole gamut, self-contained classrooms, resource settings. In the last 4 years, I was in an inclusion setting. From then, I moved on to become a curriculum facilitator, and my last 7 years before retirement were as special populations director. The coursework that I teach, that I conduct at the Special Ed Institute for LRCE, includes Introduction to Exceptionalities, Behavior Management, Education Law, IEPs, Assessment and Evaluation, Methods and Materials. I tell the practitioners that they're getting a thorough, detailed depiction of special education in 1 week, and also in addition to regular once-a-month Saturday seminars. At the end of the institute, the practitioners are required to submit a portfolio graded according to a rubric that has been given to them the first day of Special Ed Institute. The portfolio that they submit contains reflections on case studies assigned, a case study on a student that they worked with during field experience, along with an IEP, progress monitoring results, and recommendations for next steps. The portfolio is a means, is a hands-on replica of learner outcomes for the courses. Are there any questions?
No, thank you. Jamie Finane, excuse me.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Jamie Finane, and I serve as the program director for LRCE's Teacher Certification Program. Since the program was approved in 2003, we've provided almost 300 special education teachers to the state of Louisiana. And as Stephanie just mentioned, what we do in the Institute is a balance of theory and practice. Our special education teachers coming out of our regular program that we provide are highly sought after by the districts. This summer alone, we have provided 24 new special education teachers for the state. And since getting to LRCE in January 2012, I take a large number of phone calls from certified teachers, from HR directors, and from principals that call to say, Jamie, I have these other regular ed teachers that we've identified as really capable and should be working with our SPED population. Is there any way we can get the same training for them that you're providing for the new teachers in your program? And so for 3 years, I haven't been able to offer anything, but at this point, we already have a wait list of certified teachers that are hoping that this happens because they're on OFATs right now, serving as SPED teachers, but they would like to get the training and the add-on certification. Bulletin 996 has always required 6 university courses to get this add-on, and with the formula that's used, with 1 semester hour being equal to 15 contact hours, the 280 hours in our institute is actually 10 contact hours greater than the 6 university courses required. And in that, we provide the coursework, clinical experience with special education students, and a portfolio to assess that work. So they get a very good balance of theory and practice where they're ready for the actual demands of special education. And I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lisa D'Aquila.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Lisa D'Aquila, and I am the Director of Human Capital with Pointe-Coupee Parish School System. I'm here on behalf of LRCE to tell you that LRCE has enabled our district to meet our staffing needs. We've had great results with LRCE, and we find that our teachers are well prepared for the classroom. The add-on SPED program would provide effective training and experience for our regular education certified teachers currently serving in SPED positions with OFATs. We have found that new SPED teachers who completed one of LRCE's institutes are well prepared for the realistic needs and challenges of special education. The add-on option would provide the same for regular ed teachers we've identified as educators who have the talent, heart, and ability to fill our SPED vacancies. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our public comment. Is there any other board discussion? Dr. Bovee.
I just want to say and let the board members know that I had the opportunity of taking a course with LRCE for emotionally disturbed students years ago, and found the course to be very helpful for me as I was working in middle school classrooms, and really appreciate the way that they've designed this program to meet a need that we have in the field for special ed students, and wanted to share that perspective because this is something that I think is important for us to support.
Great. Thank you. Other comments?
And I just want to say that I have had positive experiences with LRCE, that we've hired teachers from the facility, and we've had great success. So I'm in full support.
Great. Thank you. Wonderful. Any objections to this motion? Having none, the motion passes. Next item, please.
Next item is on page 67. Item 4.2, consideration of a records review regarding the issuance of a Louisiana teaching certificate appropriate to the credentials of Miss Lisa Favorite Broussard, and I need a recommendation to grant or deny.
May I please have a recommendation?
Just for clarity, we're on the first one that's here?
Yes, item
Yes.
4.2.
Item
4.2. The other was consented. So.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We'd need a motion whether to grant or deny.
For conversation, I'll go ahead and make a motion to grant.
Okay, we have a motion to grant. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, there's a second by Dr. Beebe. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are there any specific board questions? Perhaps you can just share a little bit about.
Hi,
what
good
brings you here
afternoon.
today.
My name is Lisa Broussard, and teaching is who I am. For the past 10 years, I've taught with the Recovery School District, Algiers Charter Schools, and currently teaching at Milestone Academy as a 4th grade teacher. All of those years, past 10 years, I've been a 4th grade teacher in high stakes testing grades. And I'm happy to say that my students have consistently scored at the basic or above range on those high stakes testing. And I'm also happy to say that I have my principal of 8 of those 10 years with me today, Ms. Beverly Johnson Jelps, who could also speak on my behalf if necessary. I'm asking that the board consider reinstating my teaching certificate and consider my educational track record when doing so. Thanks.
Thank you. Board, are there any questions from board members? Okay, are there any objections to the motion? Okay. Having none, the motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item is on page 106. Consideration of recognizing Ms. Carla Jackson, 2015 Louisiana Teacher of the Year, for her service on the BESE Educator Effectiveness Committee, and introducing Ms. Kelly Stomps, 2016 Louisiana Teacher of the Year.
May I please have a motion?
So moved.
And a second. Okay, second by Ms. Bradford. And I'd like Dr. Bovee to say a word.
Carla, we are so proud of you and appreciate all that you have done to represent our state and represent our students and our teachers, and what's great for about education in our state. So we thank you so much for all those things. But just on a personal note, a friend from elementary school posted on Facebook that her son is in your class and is so excited to have her son in your class. And it's the kind of thing that we all want for our children, right? We want our children to have teachers who jump out of bed and get so excited about being with the kids, or who are always looking for ways to relate to their children and make sure that the children are learning the things that they need to learn. And so we know that you do that. We appreciate the other roles that you have taken on in serving on the board. We know it's not always fun to sit in the audience and wait for the meeting, or to sit here through some really tough conversations sometimes. So we appreciate the perspective that you've provided as you've done that, and that your commitment to teaching and your commitment to students in the state. So on behalf of the board, I would like to tell you thank you, and let you know that we have a little gift for you, and that we would love the honor of having our picture taken with you.
Oh, thank you. Can I say something?
Yes, please.
Okay. Is this on? Can y'all hear me? I don't know. I can talk loud. Okay, let me scoot. I just want to thank the board for welcoming me to this committee and to BESE. Being the State Teacher of the Year has provided me with so many great opportunities, but this has been so interesting for me because teachers don't get to do this, and really we don't really know what happens in this room. So really to see how much open discussion really happens about educational issues, policy, how it is made, the process has been very enlightening and eye-opening for me. So I appreciate that experience. And I'm able to go back and talk about it to teachers so that they know this was, you know, when it comes to us in the classroom, you know, sometimes we don't know why are we doing this. But there is a process and a lot of discussion that happens. And I appreciate the open discussion that many of you have had with me, whether right here or outside this room. To be that voice for teachers and for students has been great. So I appreciate that. And I also appreciate and want to thank you for your service that, you know, you provide here, being here on the BESE board, and also, you know, for your, obviously your dedication for the students in our state. And that comes from all of us teachers. I speak for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go take a photo with you. Okay, let's.
A photo?
Yeah, we're all going.
Oh yeah, we started on Friday. Yeah, and Mr. Foltz came in with the media in my very first class. Yes. Yeah.
I know, I need it too. Yes. Yes. It's wonderful. Okay. Ms. Jackson, would you like to introduce Ms. Stomps to us?
I feel like I have to stand. Okay. I just want to introduce to you Ms. Kelly Stomps right here from St. Tammany Parish. She is a music teacher, and I'm so excited for her. We have been talking so much about what her year is going to be like and what's in store, and she's really excited and has got some great ideas and messages for people all across, students and teachers across the state and nation. So I welcome her. I know that these people will welcome you as well, and wish you well this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson and the BESE board. This is such an amazing honor to be here among you. I know that I have some extremely big shoes to fill, meeting all the previous teachers of the years that I've met. They're all amazing educators and inspiring. And I know I'm so lucky to have Carla as a mentor for me this year to help guide me on my way as I go and spread my message. I also really enjoy that I get to find a new way to serve my students. As a music educator, I'm very passionate about bringing music into their lives, but this is something new, a new avenue that I think will only make me a better teacher and will help serve my students in a better way. So thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, and welcome. Okay. Great, we have a motion and a second. Motion obviously passes. Next item.
That concludes your agenda.
That concludes our agenda, and we're going to start the next meeting
In 5 minutes.
in 5 minutes.